On the week that this video releases, there will be a new game added to the Yakuza series, which covers Majima's midlife crisis of pretending to be a pirate in Hawaii, and therefore I decided I'd go back and complete all of the games in the series from start to finish. So obviously you'd think that the order would be Yakuza 0, then Kiwami, Kiwami 2, the remasters of 3, 4 and 5, then 6, Like a Dragon, maybe sprinkle in Gaiden, and then Infinite Wealth. And I suppose chuck in Judgment and Lost Judgment for good measure. Well, that's where you're wrong. There are a lot more games to cover, and thankfully a very helpful person made a comprehensive timeline of the Yakuza series, or Like a Dragon as they now call it. And yeah, it's quite something. I don't actually know who made it, as I've seen it reposted in a bunch of places, but the first I saw was posted by this person. So thanks, NBA Yaoi analyst. One thing I know for sure is that it's always completely fine to trust random people on the internet, and this timeline is therefore 100% legitimate. So let's just get right into it. First off, I just need to watch the cutscene of Majima handing Saejima a watermelon. Easy. Okay, what's next? The entirety of Yakuza 0. Just a heads up, I won't be spoiling any contents from the endings of any of these games. You'll only be getting a couple of minutes at most from each game. To be honest, the beginning of 0 is the most important part, and it contains a very difficult decision. Bakamitai or Judgment? So I created an extra save file so I could sing both. Oh, and I guess I played the rest of the game as well. Many very important things that affect all of later games occur in this game. For example, here's Kiryu bowling, Majima failing to catch a dog at the claw machine, and Mr. Shakedown destroying me and stealing all of my money. Yakuza 0 was very fun, and now moving straight on to the next in the main series we have Yakuza Kiwami. However, I've just to play it until Kiryu goes to jail, as he ends up in the joint for roughly 10 years. Because the start of Yakuza Like a Dragon takes place at the end of the year 2000, it comes after the start of Kiwami, but before any other games in the series. So, it's now time to watch Ichiban go to jail as well. Ichiban spends a total of 18 years in the joint, and isn't able to play his favourite game series Dragon Quest at all in that time. So I've got to step up to the plate and play it on his behalf. The timeline recommends playing Dragon Quest III, The Seeds of Salvation. I'm no expert on the game, but I'm assuming that's the one that Ichiban keeps referencing throughout Like a Dragon. I really shouldn't have stopped doing Japanese Duolingo. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh well, I didn't say I needed to beat all these non-Yakuza games, I think. What's up next? Super Monkey Ball for the GameCube. Not sure why they recommend the GameCube version specifically. I know that Kiryu is playable due to seeing a lot of memes about it. In Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which came out in 2021. Well, I guess we need to learn Monkey Ball lore before playing as Kiryu any further in any Yakuza games. That was my first time playing Dragon Quest or Monkey Ball, and they were pretty fun, but I'd like to go back to a proper Yakuza game now. I know Yakuza 3 is a big split opinion. I only ever completed it once, so I'll give it another chance. Not really sure why I have to play 3 before finishing 1. Might just be because Kiwami came out after the original 3, though it also has 4 and 5 after Kiwami 2. Whatever, I got to the end and saw the most important scene in the whole series. Oh wait, no, not that scene.
Okay, got it. No, there's no change in the plan. Bye.
Alright, that's every important detail of Yakuza 3 covered. Now let's check up on HD Kiryu. He's finally out of the joint and ready to take on Nishiki.
10 years in the joint made you a fucking pussy!
Kiwami is of course an HD remake of the original. I'm glad that they didn't include those on the timeline because they are pricey, but also pretty hilarious. Keeping the momentum going, the next is Yakuza Kiwami 2. This is another I only ever beat once, and I think when I played through them all, I originally wanted to rush through to 7, as that, along with 0, was the one I'd seen the most memes of. Dedicated fan, as you can tell. Next is Yakuza Dead Souls. I don't own this, and it's only on the PS3. Let's see how much it is. Oh dear, this is going to be costly. So I was going to do this wacky thing where I waste £70 on this game just for dedication to the funniness of the video. Then I thankfully realised just before adding it to my basket that it would be a huge waste of money, as I'll be lucky if this video generates more than a few pennies. Unless this video hits the Yakuza niche on YouTube. If you would like to help make this video a hit, please do make sure to subscribe and send this to all of your Yakuza loving buddies. And without further ado, I'm going to play this amazing zombie game that I've heard nothing but good things about. And by play, I of course mean look at a bunch of cutscenes. I don't know much about Dead Souls, other than it apparently being a dream according to a quote from Kiryu in Infinite Wealth. But on the timeline it says that the Dead Souls' bad end leads to Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise for the PS4. I'm assuming it's to do with Kiryu being playable in that game and doing the Omae Wamu Shinderu thing. As much as I love the animation where all the people blow up, I'm going to attempt to make this video as not gory as possible. YouTube is in this weird state where you can't make any content that isn't child friendly without it being heavily scrutinised, while simultaneously having a button that says this video is not made for children, and even having an entire section of the website dedicated to kids videos. It's not run very well at all. And now I have to watch the entire anime series. It ran for 4 years and has 6 seasons with a total of 152 episodes. I do want to get this video out before the new Majima game releases. I know, I'll do the thing that TikTok obsessed kids do. Right, now we have Like a Dragon Ishin. I never actually got far in this. I remember getting it on PC the day it got ported and then forgot all about it. You run around as Samurai Kiryu and shoot people. In Infinite Wealth this was confirmed to also be a dream that Kiryu was having, but apparently time is a cycle mankind has rebuilt, whatever that means. Unfortunately I'm not a philosopher and I also didn't beat the game, don't tell anyone. But what I can say is that old-timey Bakumatai really slaps. What the hell is this? Never even heard of it. Ryu ga Gotoku Kenzan is a Japan-only sequel to Ishin that I only just discovered the existence of. It's apparently not a narrative sequel. Thanks Wikipedia. Jesus, why are these games so expensive? Oh well, here's some footage that totally isn't just from the game's official trailer. I definitely bought it and played through it from start to finish. Wait, this looks amazing. Why did we not get this in the West? We've been robbed. Seriously, what the hell's going on? I actually kind of wish I spent loads of money on this now. So this is the Like a Dragon film, released in 2007. I'd never watched it before this, but I decided I'd give it my full, undivided attention. I also invited a few friends to watch it as well. It was hilarious, and I actually really liked it. My favourite scene was Majima looking around the corner with his missing eye. I like the fact that they stayed true to the wacky, silly Yakuza formula and just had fun with it, rather than making it serious and boring like a certain other piece of media. There were 2 completely pointless subplots happening that aren't in the game, those being one where a young couple start robbing places, and 2 incompetent bank robbers constantly complaining about their knitted masks being uncomfortable. Overall though, it's great if you don't take it seriously. I then had to watch Kamen Rider Drive, for some reason. No context as to why on this timeline image, but I watched it anyway. I did not know what to expect going into this. However, I did not expect it to be this wacky. I'm not going to include too much footage in case I get copyright striked, so on to the next one. Unfortunately, next up is the Like a Dragon Amazon Prime series. The person who made this meme, of course, got the timeline order wrong for this, as it takes place between 1995 and 2005, not that they'd know that since the show wasn't out yet at that point. And it was so bad and so bland that I'm not even going to include any footage from it. So enjoy all these random Yakuza meme gifs that I've found to put in its place. Myself and a few other pals did sit down and watch this when it came out. We were all looking forward to it, we'd planned it in advance, we all had our Yakuza suits on and ready to go, and it was just a disappointment. We got 3 episodes in and gave up because it was so bad. I actually watched the film after this, which was a much needed palate cleanser. In comparison, I have a lot of bad things to say about this series, but I'd be here all day if I listed all of them. The actors were instructed not to consume any Like a Dragon media, meaning it's not silly or funny, and it's not a faithful recreation of the games at all, but you also need to have played the games to understand what's going on. So therefore, this really just wasn't made for anyone. It's just a mediocre Japanese crime drama. There are also so many inaccuracies with the timeline, such as Majima having 2 eyes in 1995, and him meeting Kiryu for the first time at that point, and Kiryu being a twink. This is blasphemy. Kuroda himself would have done a better job. They did get Kiryu's twink actor to sing Bakimitai on YouTube, but didn't include it in the series, which is a shame since it's the best part about it. Right, before this turns into a 1 hour Like a Dragon critic review, let's move swiftly on and just not mention it ever again. Next on the Yakuza timeline is Slumdog Millionaire. This is because a certain event that occurs at the end of the first game causes Akiyama, one of the protagonists from Yakuza 4, to go from being homeless to being rich. I didn't watch the film though, so I'm just going to include the trailer here. I got to play Yakuza 4, specifically Akiyama's section. I am of course only including the most important parts. Then I guess I need to play Max Payne before moving on to Saijima's section. Was unaware that they were the same person, but I stole Max Payne from my friend's PS2 collection. They'll never know.
Honey, anybody home? I didn't like the way the show started. They'd give me the best seat in the house. Front row center. No! That was 3 years ago. Everything ripped apart in a New York minute.
Oh, this is a little bit too depressing for me. I'm gonna need a break. It is a shame though, because I was looking forward to seeing the bullets that are modelled accurately. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot I called my skater Big Jim. And made him look like Abe Lincoln. Oh, whoops, can't let the licensed music play. This game feels really weird without background music. Also, what is going on here? Anyway, back to Yakuza. Back in Yakuza 4, I now have to play as Saijima. What do you mean there's more to these games than karaoke? Of course, before I can move on to Tanimura's section, I have to become an expert detective. They specifically want me to play Ace Attorney Joe Destinies. I'd never played the Ace Attorney series, but it was described to me as a tamer version of Danganronpa. Anyway, I had fun playing it. Not sure why they wanted me to play this specific game, but never mind. Also, this face is amazing. At long last, a game that is genuinely amazing. Time for a judgment.
Yes.
Oh god, I need to change this ASAP. I could never bring myself to play one of these with English audio. There we go. That's more like it. And also, Amazon Prime writers take note. This is how you make a badass twink protagonist. I won't go over any of the actual story stuff as always, just play the game, it's great. Oh yeah, and Yagami has my favourite video game, the classic arcade game known as video game. Now that I'm a full-fledged expert detective, I can finally play as Tanimura. Unfortunately, I actually forgot to press record during the entirety of Tanemura and Kiryu's sections, but basically, Tanemura is a detective that joins the Yakuza 4, and Kiryu is this guy. No idea who he is, to be honest, he just kind of shows up at the end. Never heard of him. I did thankfully start recording during the end cutscene, which features the greatest scene in the entire series. We all know from Yakuza 3 that Kiryu is an expert golfer, but did you know that he actually appears in the incredible classic game Everyone's Golf 6? Yeah, I've never heard of it either. Other than a few brief mentions of him being a DLC character, I actually couldn't get a hold of the game with him in it. So instead I watched a video of Pac-Man vs Kiryu vs Katayama, and let me tell you, it was intense. I won't spoil the winner, but a link to the video will be in the description below. Credit to Guilty Bad Guy Gaming for broadcasting this incredible event. After that, we have Crazy Taxi, which is foreshadowing for the beginning of Yakuza 5. It also has many similarities to Crazy Eats from Infinite Wealth, with a similar mechanic of driving badly somehow getting you better tips. And now we head to Yakuza 5. At the beginning of the game, Kiryu is a taxi driver using a fake name, and all of that Crazy Taxi playing really paid off because I beat his section faster than I've ever done before. I also broke Majima out of jail, and he fought a bear. In this game, Haruka is actually one of the Yakuza 5, but she doesn't fight, instead beats people in dance battles as an idol. In preparation for this, I first had to play the Idolmaster for Xbox 360. Yeah, sure, I definitely own this game and definitely played through it all. I didn't just find a video of someone playing it. Anyway, time to finish off Yakuza 5, winning all of Haruka's amazing dance battles and beating some people up as Shinada. And of course, how could I forget, showing off Haruka's amazing bowling skills. And I guess I better show some Majima. He unfortunately got less and less screen time as the games went on, barely appearing at all from 5 onwards. Next up, I have to play Sleeping Definitive Edition Dogs. This of course ties in with Yakuza 6 due to the strong connection it has with triads. I actually knew nothing about this game until I made this video, and it was genuinely really fun. Some very Yakuza X combat, complete with silly executions. A lot of the non-Yakuza games for this video I either planned on playing for a few minutes just to get some footage, or grabbed a trailer from YouTube because I either didn't own them, or didn't have time. Sleeping Dogs was on sale for £2.50, so I snapped it up and played it for hours, absolutely loved it, and will be completing it after this video goes out. Definitely recommended. Now, I need to play through World of Warships. I won't tell you why yet though, it's a huge secret. We cannot reveal the secret of Onomichi. So, yeah, I didn't actually play it. But hey, I watched some gameplay footage, and the official trailer. It actually looks pretty fun, and it even ties in with the ship combat from the pirate game that's coming out. And also, as I said, it ties in with Yakuza 6, but I can't tell you why, as it will spoil the ending of that game. And next up is Yakuza 6, aka Kiryu Grandad Simulator. It includes some of the greatest cutscenes in the series, including Pass the Baby, and Kiryu punches a small skinny boy through a glass door. By the end of the game, we find out that... Oh wait, I can't reveal the secret of Onomichi. I also can't really comment much on plot points. A huge amount of spoilers occur here, especially if you've only played 7, which I know applies to many people. Why do I need to play Sonic 3 Knuckles? I'm not really a Sonic fan, but I will do what I must. Wow, Super Sonic got all the emeralds knocked out of him in a single hit. He really is inferior to Shadow. Is this something to do with Sega making Yakuza, or the party system in Yakuza Like a Dragon? I genuinely don't know what connection this has with the Yakuza series at all. Oh well, Sonic died in a fire. The end. Ah, finally, 18 years have passed and Ichiban is a free man. Yakuza Like a Dragon, aka Yakuza 7, I guess, is one of my favourites with its JRPG mechanics, the usual wacky cast of characters, and the concept of Sujimon as being the enemies you fight against. Always a blast to play through it again. And it also happens to be the only game in the series that I've gotten every achievement for. The fact that you can call upon an orbital laser to destroy your enemies in battle is also a very welcome addition. Wait a minute. I actually didn't finish the Suji decks. Oh no. This is a travesty. Oh, in case you were wondering, it is in fact not possible to catch all the Sujimon in Suji Dex order. In preparation for Kiryu's next adventure, we need to learn a few things, such as how to shoot webs, so let's just get straight into playing Spider-Man Web of Shadows for the PS3. That was definitely a spiderweb. Oh look, there's another one. And of course, with Kiryu's other superpowers in the next game, I need to watch The Matrix and play the Matrix game. I had actually recently watched John Wick 2 while working on this video, and Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne both appear in that film as well, so I'll just use that as a substitute to save time.
Mr. Wick doesn't remember, but we met many years ago.
Translating all of that experience over to Yakuza, we now have Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who forgot the title of the game. Oh yeah, I actually got all the achievements in this one as well. Nearly forgot about that. So yeah, this was a lot of fun as well. Wasn't much buzz around it when it first released, but I highly recommend it. I won't spoil a thing about it, just know that it's very good and you won't regret playing it. Oh, and Kiryu has a lot of cool gadgets and is a secret agent, and it's a lot more intricate than the other Yakuza beat-em-up games. Ah, perfect, another actual good game now. Lost Judgment is another which I won't spoil anything for. It's fantastic, just play it, trust me. I actually own it twice because I bought it on PS4 and then shortly after it came out on PC, and I wanted to be able to play it with better FPS. Now, next up is Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. However, I have fully completed both games on this channel already. Specifically in this video. In that video I actually caught every Gen 7 Pokemon, so I can tell you for a fact that I already understand Hawaii and Creature Collection. What I haven't played, however, is Animal Crossing Wild World. I played the original a lot back in the day, and then also played a ton of New Horizons during COVID. Yes, I was one of those people. But anyway, I guess I won't know how the island mode in the next game works if I don't play this. I wonder what I'll end up calling myself. Yeah, sure, why not? I can't wait to visit Albania. I mean, the fair and blessed kingdom of Albania. Got oranges as my town's fruit. Not bad at all. Who's this guy? Gaston? Can't say I see the resemblance. Oh, and I've got Savannah. I have her in my abandoned New Horizons save as well. I wonder how that place is getting on. Oh hey, I wonder how much Tom Nook extorts from you in this game. Wow. Wait, I have to get a job? No. That's enough of that. What the fuck am I doing? This is it's like 10 minutes to midnight on a Wednesday night. I have work tomorrow, and I'm playing with a Tom Nook, and my Kiryu duck, and Majima duck. Oh, whatever. This little joke is a bust. Bye bye. Right, I think I'm well versed enough with Hawaii, Creature Collection and Island Life to begin Infinite Wealth. Not played this since I completed it in January last year, so looking forward to playing through it again. It's got the same primary gameplay loop as Like a Dragon, but some new characters, and of course, it takes place in Hawaii. And there's a Sujimon tournament mechanic, hence why Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are required, and of course it has an Animal Crossing ripoff. Also, Kiryu is in this game as a playable character, and he can just break the turn order. I now have to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean series. On this image it says complete movie collection, but only shows the first 3, so I'm going to assume I only have to watch them. Which is good because I'd rather not subject myself to later films. So yeah, I dedicated a few evenings to this as opposed to doing literally anything else. You know what though? I had fun. They still hold up to this day. Also, I'm not risking a takedown of this video, hence the trailer with no audio again. Phew, I'm getting very close now. Only one piece of media to consume before I can play the new Yakuza game. I learned how to be a flamboyant pirate from Jack Sparrow, and now I need to get to Majima's other side, and thus will learn how to be a serious assassin pirate from Edward Kenway by completing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The last good Assassin's Creed game. Wait, is that an opinion that will get me slaughtered in the comments? Ah, who cares? Nobody's going to get this far in the video anyway. I also didn't beat the game because I was running out of time to get this video out, so I just provided trailer footage again. But rest assured, I beat it out in the past on my PS3 and it was fantastic. Definitely recommended. And now, at long last, I'm finally ready to play Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Thank you very much for watching. Ever since I saw that meme last year, I really got into the idea of making this very silly video, and I am, of course, glad that I did it. If you liked this video and you want to see more Yakuza content, please let me know, like the video, subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next one.